Taking sides. Breaking news, Senator Ted Kennedy about to have cancer surgery at Duke University. Some had thought his brain tumor was inoperable. And anchors away, Prince William set sail on his first deployment as an officer in the Royal Navy to a war that's been going on for years. And we are here for a big Monday morning on a big week. Good morning, America. Diane Sawyer with Chris Cuomo. It's Monday, June 2nd, 2008, and Robin is off today. And after a year and a half of campaigning, a year and a half, I'll repeat it, the long fight for the Democratic nomination may be ending this week.
These last moments, the most important. Our team was up early this morning making lots of calls to see how this may play out. We're also dealing with this other major event that we were looking at over the weekend. What will be the fallout from these incendiary comments from the pulpit? Is this just about the messenger in Obama's former church, or is there a message about race that Americans need to hear?
Tackling that as well. And also this morning, 20 million Americans suffer from acid reflux, and it can cause serious complications, as we know. Dr. Mehmet Oz will be along with new ways to treat and prevent it.
And here's something I had no idea about. The search for the Titanic, I always thought it was about the ship. Could it have been a hunt for the Red October? Is there more going on?
Last secret about to be revealed right here this morning. But let us begin right now with the race for 08. Over the weekend, the Democratic Party made a decision about those delegates from Michigan and Florida, agreeing to give all the delegates half a vote. That compromise, along with the results from the Puerto Rico primary, put Obama within 47.5 delegates of the nomination. Our political team is gathered to cover all the angles, as we said, and we begin with ABC's Jake Tapper in Washington. Jake?
Good morning, Diane. Well, Senator Hillary Clinton demolished Barack Obama in Puerto Rico last night, but the big question, does it matter? Her own national campaign co-chair, former Iowa Governor Tom Vilsack, told the Associated Press, quote, "It does appear to be pretty clear that Senator Obama is going to be the nominee. After Tuesday's contest, Clinton needs to acknowledge that he's going to be the nominee and quickly get behind him."
Te quiero, Puerto Rico.
From Puerto Rico, Hillary Clinton spoke directly to superdelegates, claiming she leads in the popular vote.
Which candidate best represents the will of the people who voted in this historic primary?
According to estimates by ABC News polling director, the only way Clinton truly leads in the popular vote is if you award her more than 300,000 votes from Michigan and give Obama 0 from there. Democratic leaders say the contest will end this week, but the bitter Democratic Party fight over Florida and Michigan, unofficial contests that Clinton won, calls into question whether the end is truly near. Between the two states, Clinton wanted to net 111 delegates, but she ended up netting only 24.
Mrs. Clinton has instructed me to reserve her rights to take this to the Credentials Committee.
Clinton told WashingtonPost.com she may extend this fight for weeks, if not months.
We reserve the right to do it, but I haven't made a decision yet.
Is Clinton waiting for a bombshell to drop on Obama? After the Reverend Wright controversy and Obama's longtime associate Father Michael Pfleger mocking Hillary Clinton from the pulpit of his church, Obama resigned from his church over the weekend.
We don't want to have to answer for everything that's stated in the church.
Just in time for a new excerpt from that same sermon to appear on YouTube.
Racism is still America's greatest addiction. I also believe that America is the greatest sin against God. If the greatest command is to love, then the sin against love must be the greatest sin against God, who is love.
Obama issued a statement saying that he is deeply disappointed in Father Pfleger's divisive, backward-looking rhetoric. Father Pfleger yesterday told the devoted flock at his church, God will have the last word, not YouTube. Chris?
All right, Jake, thank you. And as Mr. Tapper said there, the superdelegates may well decide the Democratic nominee, so we'll be tracking their every move. And to do that, senior national correspondent Claire Shipman is at our new superdelegate desk in Washington, keeping track of the latest numbers. And Claire, you have some breaking news for us this morning, I understand.
Well, we do, Chris. Look, it is all about the superdelegates this week. In a matter of days, they will make history. They will choose a nominee. As you know, every pledge counts. We're monitoring all of this minute by minute with our political team here. And overnight, Another superdelegate pledged for Barack Obama, Jerome Segovia of Virginia. Let's tell you exactly where things stand right now. With that Florida and Michigan decision, there's a new magic number of delegates that Obama or Clinton would need to become the nominee. That is 2,118. Right now, Barack Obama has 2,070 and a half, thanks to that Florida-Michigan decision. Clinton, 1,910 and a half. Now, to be blunt, this means that Barack Obama needs 47 and a half delegates to become the nominee. Hillary, 207 and a half. Neither is going to get to that number with the two states that are left on Tuesday, so it's up to the 216 uncommitted superdelegates to push one of them over. That's clearly going to be Barack Obama at this point. Just yesterday, he picked up two more superdelegates, one from Nevada, one from Maine, and then overnight, the one that we mentioned from Virginia. On Tuesday, it's expected he's going to get the support of Representative James Clyburn, the House Majority Whip. Chris, that could prompt a lot more people to come out for him on Tuesday.
All right, Claire, your math skills are clearly going to be put to the test here, and I wish you well. I wish you well. Thanks to Claire Shipman for that. Now, of course, superdelegates won't be necessary if Hillary Clinton steps aside. If and when that may happen is the big question this morning. So for the bottom line on this, let's bring in ABC's chief Washington correspondent, host of This Week, George Stephanopoulos.
Hey, Chris.
What is the best information we have, my friend?
Every signal I'm getting from the Clinton team is that she will not concede, will not drop out, will not suspend her campaign until Barack Obama hits that magic number of 2118. But you look at those numbers, once you factor in South Dakota and Montana, what he needs is 30 or fewer superdelegates. The only mystery at this point is, when is he going to get them? Will it be tomorrow? Will it be Wednesday? Maybe Thursday? And there are some signs, Chris, now that the teams are starting to come together. Last night, Barack Obama called Hillary Clinton to congratulate her on her win in Puerto Rico. It was about a 2.5-minute phone conversation. For them, that's a lot these days. And it was a good conversation. He praised her. He said, no one knows how hard you're working as much as I do. So that's a start. We're also seeing that some of the mid and lower level Obama staffers are starting to reach out to their counterparts in the Clinton campaign, talk about, hey, maybe you want to come along. They're doing this very gingerly as we get through this process. And just a few minutes ago, Politico.com reported that the Clinton advance staff, many of them have been told your services are not going to be needed after Tuesday night. So we're in the end game right now.
So you're seeing signs of the end game. Let me tell you, how difficult is this going to be to finesse? It sounds simple. We'll come together. We're a party. But how tricky may this be going forward?
We're going to need a lot more of those conversations. And as Howard Dean, the Democratic chairman, told me yesterday, so much of party unity is going to depend on how Senator Clinton handles this in the days coming out. You know, a lot of Democrats are dreaming that she gets on a plane and flies to Minneapolis tomorrow night and shows up with Barack Obama on Tuesday night. That's not going to happen, but I still am expecting sometime this week you will see a very gracious speech from Senator Clinton, likely Wednesday.
George Stephanopoulos, thank you very much, as always. We'll all be watching. Diane?
Okay, thanks, Chris and George. One of the key influential superdelegates is Democratic strategist Donna Brazile, who's also an ABC News consultant. In fact, you saw her over the weekend at that raucous Rules Committee meeting, and she was pushing back against Clinton forces who were so aggressive about Florida and Michigan.
But my mama always taught me to play by the rules and to respect those rules. When you decide to change the rules, especially middle of the game, end of the game, that is referred to as cheating.
Donna Brazile joins us from Washington. A contentious session, Donna?
I would characterize it as more passionate. You know, in our internal deliberations, we were very passionate. Look, we're all friends, colleagues. We've been on the same team before. In fact, I can recall back in the old days when Harold Ickes would walk into a room and give us all the thumbs up, and we voted yes. But this was a meeting where Senator Clinton and Senator Obama had to sit down at the table and craft a plan that would allow us to sit two states that defied the rules, and we came up with a proposal that, at least right now, will unify the party and put us down the path to victory in November.
Let me just, in this moment, though, address the closing argument, if you will, of the Clinton campaign. President Clinton and Senator Clinton, former President Clinton, have both said this. Yes, we know that delegates choose the nominee, but it has to mean something, that if you include Michigan and Florida, she edges ahead of Obama in the popular vote. Does it mean nothing that she edges ahead in the popular vote?
It means a great deal that Senator Clinton is going to fight until the last delegate is seated, and that once this process is over with, it means everything to this country. And might I add to the world that we elect a president that will represent our values and to make some changes in this country. So that's more important. I understand the fight, Diane. I've been in a lot of fights, but this is not about fighting until the bitter end. It's about fighting until the end, and that's tomorrow night.
As we know, some of her dedicated and particularly female voters, older female voters, do seem to think it's about a bitter fight to the end. And there was a woman who was outside the committee meeting, and we just have a couple of things she said.
I'm no second-class citizen. And damn the Democrats. They think we won't turn and vote for McCain. Well, I got news for all of you. McCain will be the next president of the United States.
Something to worry about in this, Donna?
You know, Diane, all I need to do, I'm one of 9 children. I have a sister, number 6, Lisa, who is a dedicated Hillary Clinton supporter in New Orleans, Louisiana. And every morning of her life, she put on a lapel pin for Hillary Clinton. She goes to work, and she doesn't want John McCain because when the battle was on Capitol Hill to raise the minimum wage, John McCain was not there fighting for her. I can tell you that many of Hillary Clinton's supporters will back the nominee. They will support the Democratic Party. And as you can imagine, this has been a very passionate fight. And I respect everyone in the process, the passionate supporters on both sides. But at the end of the day, we have to come together around the larger values that unite us as a party.
All right, Donna Brazile, so good to have your insights this morning. Thanks a lot.
You.
And as we heard, there is news about Senator Edward Kennedy. And for that, we go to Deborah Roberts. She's at the news desk. Deborah.
Okay, Diane, thank you. Good morning to you and Chris, and good morning to you, everyone. We begin with breaking news about Senator Ted Kennedy. He is undergoing brain surgery this morning, 2 weeks after being diagnosed with a malignant brain tumor. The procedure will be done at Duke University Medical Center and is expected to last about 6 hours. Our medical editor, Dr. Tim Johnson, explains what's involved.
I assume the type of surgery he's going to have is what we often call awake mapping, meaning that he will be awake. The brain tissue itself does not have nerve endings, so they can probe the brain and find out which are the critical areas that they want to leave alone and then take out some of the cancerous areas that do not seem to be critical as they map the brain and the patient responds. Obviously, what they're trying to do is avoid those areas of the parietal area that is critical for speech and for walking, and that's what they hope to accomplish. Take some out, leave the vital area.
The procedure will be followed by a week of recuperation. Kennedy says after treatment, he expects to return to the Senate. In other news, we have new video of that massive fire at Universal Studios in Los Angeles Sunday. Flames swept through the back lot, destroying several sets and thousands of duplicate videos. Low water pressure hampered the firefight. French fashion icon Yves Saint Laurent has died. He rose to fame in the 50s as a prodigy in the house of Dior and is credited with forever changing the way women dress. Saint Laurent inspired a generation with his simple pantsuits worn by such stars as Catherine Deneuve, and his dresses have been a favorite of Sarah Jessica Parker and other famous faces. Saint Laurent died in Paris. He was 71. That's the news at 7:13, almost 7:14. Back to Diane, Chris, and Sam.
I was looking in the obituary on Saint Laurent this morning because he said something to the effect that he really wanted to give women confidence in themselves, to make them brave, most of all, which I thought was wonderful.
He will be missed.
Good morning,
Those
Sam
big
Champion.
superstar fashion names. Good morning, everybody. We're going to start because it's the second. Hurricane season started yesterday. We had our first named storm of the Atlantic season on Saturday. That was Arthur. And one of the odd things that happened with Arthur was it had been the first named storm of the circulation of that of the Pacific season, then had moved across Mexico and became our first named system. So we look at Arthur falling apart now. Up to 15 inches of rain is possible, and its rain and mudslides are going to be the deal here as we watch what's left of this storm kind of hover around Guatemala, Belize, into Mexico, and pump an awful lot of rain in that area. We believe the Hurricane Center when they say it's going to be a more active than normal season, looking at 12 to 16 named storms out of the season. Well, we'll see if it works out, but that's generally what they're saying about the season to come. Remember now, We're June 2nd, so we look forward to the entire season. Tornadoes, large hail, wind gusting 60 to 80 miles per hour. That is likely, with tornadoes probably popping up around Nebraska area. But that strong line of storms from St. Louis to Omaha all the way into Pierre. And the heat's on. El Paso, that would be a record. Dallas, 15 of the last 16 days above 90 degrees. That's the weather around the nation. Here's what you can expect this morning.
Good morning, everyone. We've got a dry day ahead, but not for long. As you can see, a storm system off to the west is going to actually shove that ridge of high pressure out of the way. Strong jet stream bringing in rain tonight and tomorrow, and continuing showers into Wednesday. You can see that in the 3-day forecast. Temperatures really don't get overly warm. We'll be in the 60s today, partly cloudy by this afternoon, but rain on the way for tomorrow into Wednesday, and also rain coming at the end of the week as well.
More weather in the next half hour, Diane.
Okay, it's the GMA Medical Alert. Is there new hope for cancer patients coming from an unlikely source? Common drugs already in your bathroom medicine cabinet. Could they be used in the fight? ABC's Sharon Alfonsi joins us with these details. Sharon, good morning.
Good morning. Well, this is interesting. Researchers and doctors from around the world gathered in Chicago over the weekend at an annual meeting to discuss the latest scientific findings in cancer treatments. And this year, researchers revealed some surprising new ways to treat cancer. They're taking drugs intended for treating acne or osteoporosis and adding them to an arsenal to fight cancer.
It's been more than 2 years since Liza Marshall was diagnosed with breast cancer. It's now in remission, but she still lives in fear that her cancer could return.
You know, I'm 45 years old. I'd like to see my kids grow up.
Now Liza is enrolled in a new study that's offering hope to early-stage breast cancer patients by using Zometa, a drug normally used to treat osteoporosis.
Somebody took the time to think about how those drugs work. They then tried them in the laboratory and found that they were effective anti-cancer agents.
Researchers studied 1,800 premenopausal women with early-stage breast cancer. The women who took Zometa in combination with hormone drugs reduced their risk of cancer recurrence by 35%. The findings are so promising that some doctors say they'll start prescribing Zometa for their early-stage breast cancer patients immediately.
I think it sounds as if it's going to be a real, the real wave of the future in the treatment of breast cancer.
The popular arthritis drug Celebrex is showing early signs of helping prevent lung cancer. A 6-month study of heavy smokers found that taking a high dose of Celebrex could alter precancerous cells.
We believe that this treatment will lead to decreased growth of these cancer cells.
Other drugs are showing promise too. Accutane, used to treat acne, is being used for patients suffering from certain types of brain cancers. But just because you have these drugs in your medicine cabinet, don't start treating yourself. While these findings are encouraging, it's early and you need to talk to a doctor.
Big news.
But we do all have all these medicines in the medicine cabinet. Going to have to see what's there now.
Exactly.
Sharon, thank you very much. We want to talk to you now about the new marching orders for Britain's Prince William. Starting today, he's on a 2-month deployment with the Royal Navy in the Caribbean. Officials say the heir to the throne will be treated like any other junior officer. He'll bunk with the others, and there will be no extra security when he's at sea. ABC senior foreign correspondent Jim Sciutto has more from London.
Britain's future king, Prince William, is sailing for the Caribbean in a few weeks, but this time with the Royal Navy and not with girlfriend Kate Middleton. He then boards the HMS Iron Duke, a frigate which deals mostly with hurricane relief duty and counter-narcotics patrolling. While he wouldn't necessarily be put in harm's way, a senior naval commander says he will be prepared.
He could be armed. He's fully trained in military skill at arms, so no reason why not.
Unlike his younger brother, Prince Harry, William was not allowed to serve in Afghanistan. But he does follow his father, Prince Charles, who spent 5 years in the Royal Navy. And, of course, another Iron Duke, grandfather Prince Philip, who spent months at sea during World War II. As king, William will be expected to be familiar with all 3 branches of the military. So, having excelled at the Sandhurst Academy and flown at the Royal Air Force, this stint at sea will complete his preparation. The timing of the deployment seems perfect. Prince William will finish in August, just in time for a summer break with Kate Middleton, amid rumors of an imminent engagement. Until then, his engagement will be at sea, serving his country as an ordinary sailor. For Good Morning America, Jim Sciutto, ABC News, London.
Surely we can break the news on that imminent engagement. Come on. Go to work over there, Jim. Anyway, we'll be back. Still ahead, how do African Americans see this moment? How do whites? What is racism on the other side? We tackle the tricky question this morning. And the last secret about the discovery of the Titanic revealed right here.
There's no thank you for the clean laundry, no pat on the back for the rides to practice, and no merci for the report on France that you practically wrote yourself. Then all you do is bake a batch of moist, delicious Duncan Hines brownies, and suddenly your kid becomes the most grateful human being on earth, which is why a Duncan Hines brownie is never just a brownie. Duncan Hines, so moist, so delicious, and so much more.
Baby Einstein DVDs are amazing. It's wonderful and fun to interact with your child. The Baby Einstein DVDs bring the world into our home, and I love that.
Make new discoveries with Baby Einstein DVDs.
Oh, hi there. Father's Day is coming up. Let's talk gift ideas for humble dads like myself. Some new tools, new shirt, and a new Samsung Touch of Color HD TV. Buying select Samsung products at Sears helps our foundation.
Through Samsung's 4 Seasons of Hope.
Man, can I throw the ball or what?
Dad, it's my highlight.
This Father's Day, help Dad live like it's summer. Find great gifts and get great financing on Samsung HD TVs. Sears.
I've been to Boston, Charleston, Dayton, Louisiana, Washington, Houston, Kingston, Texarkana, Monterey, Faraday, Santa Fe, Tallapoosa, Glen Rock, Black Rock, Little Rock.
Wherever you plan to stop, Comfort Inn will be there to help you relax while you're away from home. This summer at Comfort Inn and these Choice Hotels, stay just 3 separate times and you'll get a free $50 gas card. For reservations, visit choicehotels.com. Choice Hotels. We'll see you there.
In the morning, it's all about get in, get out, and get going. Men's Rogaine Foam won't change that plan. It's the first and only foam that regrows hair. It goes on easily, dries quickly. Men's Rogaine Foam. Use it or lose it.
This is K2 News This Morning. On your side.
Good morning, everybody. It's 7:22 on your Monday. I'm Carl Click with local news from K2. Right now, one man is in custody after trying to run over a police officer. This started as a routine traffic stop in Vancouver. A Vancouver officer pulled over 26-year-old Justin Shelton. Officers tell us there was a struggle, and Shelton tried to drive off while that officer was entangled in the seat belt. Officers began to chase Shelton's Suburban, and later Clark County deputies say they spotted that same Suburban. And when they confronted Shelton, he tried to back over a deputy. The deputy shot out one of the tires. Shelton crashed into a tree. He was taken into the hospital and then booked into jail. Shelton's facing 3 different charges, and there could be more on the way. And we've been tracking a fatal accident that happened on I-5 in North Portland this morning. Take a look at the scene early this morning. Police say that they found the wreckage of this car on the Going Street overpass hanging over Interstate 5. The driver lost control and hit the barrier. Police say that driver died in the crash. We're still waiting to hear from police about the driver's identity and what might have led to that driver losing control. Right now, let's get you a check on your traffic that's happening right now on your drive to work with Lauren.
Thanks, Carl. An easy drive on some freeways while not moving too fast on others. Let's take a look now at our Beat the Traffic map. You can see red and yellow arrows here on the Banfield. So let's take a live look outside now. Slow going there. It starts at about 60th all the way into I-5. Elsewhere, not moving too fast. Sunset inbound, that's from Sylvan on in, and same is true I-5 southbound through Marine Drive and Delta Park. That is your look at Beat the Traffic.
That's good, Lauren. Thank you very much. Stay with us now because Rhonda has a look at our forecast. We have a nice day in store, but she'll talk about the whole week when we come back.
2 clients of mine, Mike and Carol, live here. With 3 girls, 3 boys, and a tiger, Mike had a hunch he'd need more coverage. So he worked out a homeowner's policy together in case the boys caused damage to the house. And great car coverage for a family with a bunch of young drivers. Nothing that happens here surprises me. And I make sure nothing we do surprises them. No one knows you like family.
American Family Insurance.
This is K2 on your side. If you're in one of these locations, you may be able to receive a clearer signal by tuning to one of these UHF channels.
Depression disrupts your life, changes your perspective, steals the joy out of living. There is a place you can turn. Take a confidential depression screening test online at summitportland.com.
Negotiate, negotiate. The final days are here for the bankruptcy liquidation going out of business sale at Wicks Furniture in the Portland and Salem areas. Negotiate your best deal now on all fine furniture, leather, grandfather clocks, and more. Tell us what you're willing to pay. All reasonable offers will be considered. We've slashed prices to their lowest yet. But with so much furniture and so little time, we have no other choice and no other option. Take 75% off Oriental rugs. Everything's available for immediate pickup or prompt delivery. Wicks Furniture, final days, bankruptcy liquidation. Negotiate, negotiate.
Join OSU Federal, where thousands of members pool their money to make dreams possible. With better rates and no or low fees, our members do better together. OSU Federal, your community credit union. Become a member today.
The northwestern corner of our state just now starting to see a little bit of clearing, but generally most of the clear weather is to our south and to the east as well. Eastern Oregon and Central Oregon starting out with partly to mostly sunny skies. Here's a look outside right now at the coast. Still cloudy at Lincoln City, but we're seeing some partial clearing also around Newport. In Lincoln City right now, temperatures are in the 40s, and we have mostly cloudy skies there from our Inn at Spanish Head Resort hotel camera. And it's going to be short-lived, even though we expect the sun to come out this afternoon. Here's our next storm system associated with the big upper-level low moving into western Canada. Going to shove that ridge of high pressure out of the way, and that front is coming in tonight. In fact, it could be speeding up, and we could even see rain here by about 7 o'clock tonight here in the valley. And all week long, the storm track will be aimed at the northwest. And you know what that means. Today it will be dry, high of 69, but raining tomorrow and Wednesday, some showers continuing. We may get a dry day on Thursday. However, looks like another storm system rolls in Friday into Saturday. That could continue moisture into the weekend. And notice how we really don't get very warm. Upper 60s at the most for the highest temperatures we could find, and generally in the mid-60s. Have a great day.
You are the purpose of our work.
The reason.
The reason we run.
The reason we serve.
We will treat you with respect.
It's like our family and friends. Because you
have feelings and emotions.
We are dependent
on you.
The lifeblood.
The lifeblood.
The lifeblood
of our company.
We will treat you like our business depends on it.
Because it does.
Because it does.
Because it does.
Summers are great, but kids can actually lose 2.5 months worth of what they learned in school. Keep them on track. Call Sylvan at 1-800-EDUCATE.
Sylvan's in-depth assessment pinpoints exactly what skills your child needs. In just 3 hours a week, over 12 weeks, you'll see results in your child's math or reading performance, improving 1 grade level, guaranteed.
So have a summer to remember. Call Sylvan at 1-800-EDUCATE now.
Tired of paying too much for glasses? At Binion's, 2 complete pair of stylish glasses are just $99. For a limited time, get our lowest prices ever on no-line bifocals. 2 complete pair for only $149. Binion's, why pay more?
Buck and Simon in new stuff at Spirit Mountain.
Hello, Simon.
Buck, again.
You notice anything?
The trees, the sky, your aroma.
My fur, Simon. I use... I'm going to Spirit Mountain.
You are a coyote. Only bipeds go to Spirit Mountain.
But Spirit Mountain's bigger, Simon. More slots, more tables, new bigger buffet, and bingo's back. Bigger! Oh!
Coyote.
Wait, how about this?
Always the men who run to the litter.
Oregon's biggest casino expanded enormously. The most slots and the new 450-seat Cedar Plank Buffet.
Find the biggest savings of the year right now on the proven Life Fitness Ellipticals at Exercise Equipment Northwest. Starting at just $16.99 with savings up to $1,000. You can't afford to wait. Visit Exercise Equipment Northwest today.
K2 has the only dedicated team of investigative reporters. People say, hey, Steve, you're on my side.
What do you do for those folks then, the jobs in the healthcare?
And we're the station that's going to hammer away at a story until we get results.
Why won't you talk to us, sir?
It's beyond the surface. It's beyond just the facts.
This sounds like snake oil.
Our team of investigators sets us apart, absolutely.
We're hearing a lot from drivers who are really frustrated.
We've headed down this road now of being the investigative team in town, and we're not going to back off.
K2, first news at 4, weekday afternoons.
The momentous event. We all remember when the Titanic was finally discovered at the bottom of the ocean. But was it all that it seemed? Was there more to the story than we knew?
I remember it like it was yesterday. The ship comes up a little, seems to crack, but I had no idea about any of this mystery that surrounded the search.
We're going to take you inside the last secret of the Titanic, and that's ahead in this half hour. As I say, good morning again. Diane Sawyer with Chris Cuomo as Robin is off today. And do you help Christina choose her bathing suit?
Any way I possibly can.
You do?
Yes, I try.
That's interesting because we decided, since it's such a dreaded moment for women everywhere when you're going to get your bathing suit, regretting all the things you didn't do that you were going to do. What would happen if you choose a suit, then your best friend chooses a suit, then your boyfriend chooses a suit for you? Who picks the best suit, really? Which one makes you look the best? Everybody at home is going to get a chance to vote as we go to the mall this morning in a behavior lab.
They're all beautiful. All of it is beautiful. First this morning, let's begin with what was behind Barack Obama's announcement Saturday, quitting the church where he's been a member for 20 years. The decision was motivated in part by another inflammatory sermon, this one by a guest preacher who openly mocked Hillary Clinton as churchgoers loudly cheered him on, an enthusiastic response to a sermon so many find to be negative. Dan Harris takes a look inside the ties that divide.
I'm white! I'm entitled! There's a black man stealing my show!
One of the things that strikes so many people who see this racially incendiary sermon is the crowd on its feet waving and cheering. People in the black church admit these images are hard for outsiders to understand.
I think it's a matter of when people are getting excited, I think what's happening, people are identifying. They're not necessarily expressing the opinion of everyone.
There is an element of theater here and also humor, although some of Reverend Jeremiah Wright's unfunny moments were cheered too.
Damn America!
When you deal with the issues of racism in America, sometimes the recalling of how black people were treated causes one to become angry and often take rhetoric to a place that it might turn off not only whites, but even some blacks.
Black churchgoers say to understand these reactions, you need to understand that this is a church forged in repression and forced separation.
We reached out in Christian brotherhood and sisterhood, but what we discovered was segregation. Well, you can be a Christian, but you can't worship with us. You can be a Christian, but you still are a slave.
As one black pastor told us, there's no excuse for this sort of racism, but it does open a window onto a reservoir of resentment that has not been fully addressed. For Good Morning America, Dan Harris, ABC News.
And joining us live for some perspective on Obama's decision are NPR senior political analyst Juan Williams and Father Edward Beck, the host of ABC News Now's Faith Matters Now. Gentlemen, thank you both for being here. Father, let me begin with you. You know Father Pfleger. You say he's much more than how he's being characterized as this kind of bad parody of an African-American preacher. Tell me.
Well, everybody is more than a few sound bites can demonstrate. I mean, I worked with him for 3 years. I saw him get arrested for injustice against African-American people. He adopted an African-American child. I mean, he really walks the talk. And I think you can't just look at this and say this is the whole person. He's more than that.
Okay, so this is who the man is. Juan, let me bring you in here for what the impact is. How do you think this will play for Obama, the unity candidate? Is this going to be seen as more white bashing? How does this play for him?
I mean, you just heard in this latest clip that's come out where he says America is the greatest sin against God. It sounds more like, you know, the whole thing about God, you know, America coming from Reverend Wright. It stirs up all those feelings again. If you look at recent Pew poll numbers that came out, it indicates Barack Obama's favorability ratings have been sinking, especially with the swing voters as we head toward the general election, white women, Jews, Latinos, a real problem. People identify Obama as young, energetic, telegenic, intelligent, a man who's talking about change and unifying the races. And then the second thing that comes to mind is, but gee, what about this Reverend Wright? What about Father Pfleger? Why is he associated with these people who are so inflammatory and mean-spirited and even racial? I mean, that mocking of Hillary Clinton goes beyond any black liberation theology. That's putting down somebody who has a fairly progressive record on race in America.
Now, as far as Obama is concerned, there has been the point made you have to separate him from the statements of others, but there does seem to be a sensitivity. Something that's very interesting in what happens here, though, as we look at the video of that speech, the audience, the reaction of the audience, predominantly black, of course, even though the preacher is white. Father Beck, how do you think whites should react to what they see here, the enthusiasm for this really negative speech?
Well, I'm sure they may be a bit frightened by it, but I think you have to understand underneath it, there's real sentiment. There is a feeling of being disenfranchised. You have a white man, a priest, naming this for them. And I mean, they don't always get to say it. No, some people don't always name it for them, so they're going to react to it. And there's a certain environment in a preaching environment like that that's stirred up. There's an enthusiasm, and I think you're seeing all of that play out, but certain real sentiment underneath that.
This is the reality. This isn't them being whipped into a frenzy by a charismatic speaker.
No, let's not pretend that there's not a race issue still in America. There is. And black people know it, and white people know it. I've been asking some black people, you know, around where I work, and I say, you know, do you think that this is racism? Reverse racism. And they say, no, absolutely not. They don't think it's reverse racism. They think that real feelings are being demonstrated here, and you can't take that away from them.
You get a different reaction from the whites in your congregation?
Yeah, whites are saying, is this what's going to happen if he's president? Are we going to have to be now turning the tide? Is this going to be reverse discrimination? So people are a little bit afraid of it, I think.
Now, looking at this politically, pragmatically, Juan, how do you think the Republicans use this? How good is this for them, in a manner of speaking?
Oh, you know, I mean, this is manna from heaven if you want to stick with the religious theme. Because what you've got is it raises the risk factor around this young man who would be the first African-American president. It says, you know, he may be talking about change, but what kind of change? And do you really know him? And when you look back at his associations, it's with people like Reverend Wright and Father Pfleger. Yes, there's a history of bitter segregation in a city like Chicago, but what are these ministers doing? They are stirring people up, appealing to their most base racist sentiments. What you saw from Father Pfleger the other day looked to me like a minstrel show being put on for black people, and I thought that he was mocking, he was bitter. This is not speaking to ideas of lifting people up or speaking to the Christ in us all, black and white, and speaking to us as brothers. This is bringing us down to a low level, and that's what Obama said in his remarks the other day. This doesn't speak to the kind of unifying theme that I want for my campaign, to quote him.
Well, I guess there are the two sides we're seeing here now. You're saying this doesn't speak to what the campaign's supposed to be speaking to, but Father, you say this is a reality. You bristle when you hear the word minstrel attached to Pfleger.
Well, I agree that the method was bad. He had bad choice of words. I mean, he went way over the top. But I think you have to look at what is underneath it. Why did people respond to it? Why is he taking that approach? He's getting heard. He believes the message has to be heard. Now, he's using bad means to do it. But it's an important issue, and I think what we have to pay attention to is the conversation that it needs to start. Obama began the conversation with that great speech on race that he gave, but it's not going to end there. That's not going to end the debate just because he gave a great speech. It has to continue.
Father Beck, thank you very much. Juan Williams, a pleasure as always. Appreciate you being on the show.
You're welcome.
Time now for the weather. That means Sam Champion. Sam?
Good morning again, Chris, and it's Monday, everyone. Let's talk a little bit about thunderstorms and thunder showers. We'll begin with some pictures out of Tulsa where a lot of wind damage came out of some strong storms, and really and truly a lot of wind damage. Trees down, roofs torn off. We had some 45-mile-per-hour gusts, certainly, but there were reports of up to 70-mile-per-hour winds in these storms and an awful lot of heavy rain involved with them as well. Now we watch this storm system pull into the plains, and with it will be some strong to severe storms again today, and likely that where most of the tornadoes will pop up will be Nebraska. It's closer where the center of the low is, but isolated tornadoes there, 1 to 2, 1 to 3 inches of rain. There'll be some additional flooding, and we think most of the rain is north of Iowa, but we've got to highlight Iowa. In the past few days, Iowa's had an awful lot of heavy rain, and the river flooding is significant in that area. We're going to watch that rain, kind of the heaviest, 1 to 2 inches of rain. Upstream, though, Bismarck, Aberdeen, all the way into Minneapolis, so there certainly will be some runoff into areas that just don't need additional rain. That area doesn't need additional rain. Look at the heat that goes on through the entire southern half of the country. Dallas, you get your first 100-degree day. Atlanta, you get your first 90-degree day by Wednesday. That's the weather around the nation. Here's what you can expect this morning.
I'm meteorologist Rhonda Shelby with a look at your regional forecast. It will be a dry day today. Morning clouds, afternoon sunshine, highs near 70 here in the valley. Same kind of forecast east of the Cascades, although starting out with more sunshine and ending up cloudy with rain tonight.
It was brought to you by Walmart. Oh, Chris.
Sam, did you know the stuff about the Titanic that we're going to see now?
No, sir. This is the first time I'm hearing anything about it.
Me either. I can't believe it. Secret spy mission that may have led to the discovery of the Titanic. Have you ever heard about this? You will when we come back.
You know why I love Walmart? Thanks to them, it's like our house has a brand new room. It's got lots of light, tons of space, and beautiful furniture. We got this Better Homes and Gardens furniture. Better Homes and Gardens. So my backyard looks like a page out of a magazine, and we still have money left over to save.
Get beautiful outdoor furnishings by Better Homes and Gardens at the Walmart price, with rollbacks on thousands of your favorite items. Summer costs less at Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart.
The world has two real large challenges right now. One of them is to make sure that we have energy to supply our economies, improve the standard of living for people all over the world. And the second challenge is to be able to do that without harming the environment.
It's a massive amount of energy that's needed, and it's projected to grow more than 30% over the next 25 years.
There's plenty of oil around for the future. The challenge is they're in more difficult places.
You have to make very large investments, and underlying it all is technology.
ExxonMobil has developed breakthrough technology like R3M.
The Earth has electromagnetic waves. With R3M listening devices, you can make sense of those waves.
Which allows you to see deep below the Earth's surface before you've even drilled a well.
We have to go further afield. We have to apply more and more technology.
It's very exciting when you think about technology that not only accesses additional energy supplies, but also minimizes environmental impact.
Where do I whiten? Anywhere I want.
With Listerine whitening quick dissolving strips, they dissolve away, so there's nothing to remove. No wonder more people prefer their convenience 2 to 1 over the leading whitening strip. Listerine whitening strips. Real whitening, real easy.
Mortgage rates are close to historic lows. Refinance with LendingTree. Consolidate your debt, lower your monthly payments, and let the Leaf work for you. It's easy. See how much you can save with LendingTree. Lock into this great fixed-rate mortgage today. With the LendingTree Advantage, you get up to 4 offers in minutes, no surprises at closing, and rates that beat the national average. LendingTree. When banks compete, you win.
It's big. It's Discover America Pancakes at IHOP. This month, try Maine Blueberry, Kansas Carrot Cake, or cool California Strawberry. Served with all your favorites all month long.
Pass the syrup.
IHOP. Come hungry, leave happy.
It may not be obvious what these lines mean, but buried beneath them are vital utilities. So before you cross the line, dig safely.
And now, the new secret of the Titanic. As we know, oceanographer Bob Ballard uncovered the world's most famous shipwreck in 1985. But was it a cover story for a top-secret government mission? He has never talked about it until now. It is a new documentary, Titanic, The Final Secret. The colossal Titanic, larger than life in the blockbuster movie, and in fact, it was the single largest moving object in the world when it sank in 1912. 7 decades later, as we know, oceanographer Robert Ballard pulled back the curtain on history's most famous shipwreck, sleeping silently under 2 miles of ocean. But it turns out there was more to that story. The Titanic was not the original mission. Ballard was, in fact, on a secret mission for the U.S. Navy, using underwater technology to search for 2 U.S. nuclear submarines that had been lost at sea, and the Navy made him a deal. After his sub-search, it would fund a further expedition to see if he really could find the Titanic. Ballard was sworn in as an undercover agent, went out to search for the missing sub, the Thresher and the Scorpion, trying to make sure their nuclear secrets had not been harvested by the Soviets. In finding the wreckage, he stumbled on how you look for the Titanic, following debris fields on the ocean floor that lead to the wrecks. The clock counting, search for the Titanic.
I'd only have 12 days to do what others had not done in 60.
After 9 days of murky nothingness, there it was. Ballard, tracking the debris field, had hit his target, bringing the world the first pictures from the grave of the Titanic. Pictures made possible by a secret government mission the world knew nothing about. And joining us now is Agent 00, pick your number, National Geographic's explorer in residence, Dr. Robert Ballard.
Good morning.
Good to see you. Good morning. So the Navy didn't want the Soviets to know they were looking for these subs.
Well, they wanted me to find the wreckage. The ships had actually, the submarine locations were known, but they'd never really mapped them.
So they didn't want anyone to know that you were going down at that time.
Because I would then pinpoint their location.
And in fact, were the nuclear secrets preserved? Did you get there in time?
Well, the key was that both nuclear reactors had turned off. They call it scramming. And the control rods had gone down, and so it was all a good ending.
So the Titanic was kind of a cover story, but in fact they gave you 12 days to make good on it.
Well, it taught me how to find the Titanic.
Yes, and a lot of money came in from the U.S. government to help you do it.
Well, it was funded by the Navy, yeah. The whole project was funded by the Navy.
Who knew? Who knew? Why only 12 days? Why didn't they give you at least
Well, that's all that was left, you know, after we had to do our mission for the Navy first.
Right.
And naval officers aboard would then approve that we'd finished their mission, and we were now free to pursue the Titanic.
So here's the clock ticking. You learned that debris fields have patterns from these subs that lead to the wreckage. But what about the patterns didn't you know before? How did these debris fields actually take you to the Titanic?
Well, because the Titanic, when it broke up, just like the Scorpion and Thresher when they imploded, then all this material, thousands of objects began falling to the ocean floor. Now, you would think they would just land in a clump,
right.
But they didn't. And it was sort of tragically like the loss of the Pan Am over Lockerbie, Scotland, or the space shuttle over Texas. It spread out over a much longer distance. And when we saw the Thresher and Scorpion wreckage stretched out over a mile, we realized it was much easier to find that than the ships or the subs themselves.
So it was kind of an arrow if you just knew which way it was pointing.
And it points directly to the ship.
I have to ask about what you've been doing recently, because you have been exploring the Black Sea, possibly for wreckage and a lost civilization. And you, and you say that under the Black Sea, objects mummify.
That's right.
Underwater? How is that possible?
Well, the Black Sea is an incredible body of water. In fact, tomorrow night we have another show on National Geographic Channel about that project. And what happens is there's no oxygen in the Black Sea. It's the only body of water on Earth that has no oxygen. So there's nothing to eat the organics. So the ships are perfectly preserved. I mean, we're finding ships with their masts up, with rigging on them, that are over 1,500 years old. We found other ships that are from the 500 BC.
And I think we have scenes of jugs that you found that still have honey in them.
Honey in them. Wine. This is one of the shipwrecks we were excavating. You'll see nothing growing on them. In fact, this object was actually, we were visited by President Yushchenko when we were doing that. From
the president of the Ukraine.
Ukraine, who's very much involved in this project.
Well, we love all of this, and thanks again, Bob. You have spoken at last. It's Titanic, the Final Secret, and you can see it tonight, and Ghost Ships of the Black Sea tomorrow night on National Geographic Channel. Great to have you, and we'll be back.
Pleasure.
Dad's one hard-working dynamo. It's Father's Day, let him know. Dad, let your work and worries go. Let's go out back tonight.
Let go this Father's Day. Go out back, where fresh salmon is grilled moist and tender, and the steaks are thick and juicy. No worries, we're open early for Father's Day.
Let's go out back tonight.
This Father's Day, we're open at 11.
What a way to make your Father's Day.
Go out back even earlier.
This week only only, get 10, 15, or 20% cash back on appliances and floor care. Come in to celebrate 10 years of Maytag and save up to $500 on Maytag appliances. Live like it's summer. Sears.
I fall away down into.
It's hard to enjoy a sunny day when you're worried about your skin. New Eucerin Everyday Protection SPF 15 is a non-greasy moisturizer that hydrates and nourishes your skin while protecting it from UVA and UVB rays. So you don't have to worry about a little sun. Skin Cancer Foundation recommended Eucerin Everyday Protection.
We've come to the Caribbean in search of something this family rarely sees. I've heard rumors it still exists, but I don't know. We've tried everything to coax it out into the open. Wait, there it is. She's actually smiling. And then it's gone in a flash.
Don't just take your family on a vacation. Take them on an adventure. Find out how at RoyalCaribbean.com and get out there.
Okay, where were we?
We were on the third paragraph of page 57, and you were explaining that the stone structures made by ancient Romans were called aqueducts. And as you're writing that up on the board, your chalk broke into 3 pieces. Right.
I've never been so proud.
A clinical study showed kids who had a filling breakfast of Frosted Mini Wheat cereal improved their attentiveness by nearly 20%.
Nearly 20%? Okay, even I'm impressed by me.
Keeps them full, keeps them focused.
My mom.
My best friend.
My father.
My grandfather.
My brother.
Me.
Eventually, cancer touches all our lives. We designed the new Providence Cancer Center to make life easier, should it ever touch yours. Providence Cancer Center. We're all about you.
Thank you, Portland, for making us #1. Hi, I'm Sherry with Mattress World, and over the past 12 years, with your support, we've become the #1 mattress store in Portland, and we owe you a big thanks. As a local company, we strive to give back to the community and to you. We were the first store in town to give you the lowest price guarantee to make sure you get the right mattress without paying too much. From all of us at Mattress World, we want to thank you for making us #1.
It's not too late to sleep like a baby. Mattress World.
Mehmet Oz is here to show us how to deal with acid reflux.
Ed Dawson, who picks the best bathing suit for you? You, your best friend, or the guy in your life? Get ready to vote, everybody. We'll be back.
You diet to lose weight, so why not lose more?
FDA-approved Ally is proven to help boost your weight loss by 50%.
Ally prevents some of the fat you eat from turning into pounds.
So instead of losing 10 pounds, you could lose 15, which makes getting on the scale, staying on a diet, keeping up the exercise,
all 50% more rewarding.
Ally. You have the will. We have the power. Get $10 off at myally.com.
I've been to Reno, Chicago, Fargo, Minnesota, Buffalo, Toronto, Winslow, Sarasota, Wichita, Tulsa, Ottawa, Oklahoma, Tampa, Panama, Mattawa, La Paloma, Bangor, Baltimore, Salvador,
Wherever you plan to stop, Quality Hotels will be there to make it easy for you to enjoy your trip. This summer at Quality and these Choice Hotels, stay just 3 separate times and you'll get a free $50 gas card. For reservations, visit choicehotels.com. Choice Hotels. We'll see you there.
So what lets me take on the world single-handedly? Avon.
New Avon Protego lipstick. Slide it open. Put it on. Slide it shut with just one hand. Call your Avon representative for a brochure and say,
Hello, tomorrow.
Lending Tree makes it easy to get a low-rate home equity loan. Use it for home improvement or repairs and let the Leaf work for you. Log into a great home equity loan today. Lending Tree. When banks compete, you win.
Only Band-Aid brand plus antibiotic has antibiotic ointment directly on the pad. One-step infection protection from the brand you trust.
When you get a GPS at Best Buy, it's like you get us, too. Because at Best Buy, we'll set it up for you. We'll help you find your route and show you how to use special features like getting points of interest along the way.
Arriving at huge ball of yarn.
Now buy a GPS at Best Buy and get Geek Squad setup included so you can walk out with it working only at Best Buy.
Spending too much time on the road and too much money at the pump? Try grouping your trips together. You'll save time and money and help relieve congestion too. For other transportation options, including biking, public transportation, or carpooling, visit online. Drive less, save more.
Negotiate, negotiate. The final days are here for the bankruptcy liquidation going out of business sale at Wick's Furniture in the Portland and Salem areas. Negotiate your best deal now on all fine furniture, leather, grandfather clocks, and more. Tell us what you're willing to pay. All reasonable offers will be considered. We've slashed prices to their lowest yet. But with so much furniture and so little time, we have no other choice and no other option. Take 75% off Oriental rugs. Everything's available for immediate pickup or prompt delivery. Wick's Furniture, final days, bankruptcy liquidation. Negotiate, negotiate.
Good Morning America is brought to you by Best Buy. We'll take you to a better summer only at Best Buy.
Tonight, let the mind games begin.
I've got some things planned. We'll see who survives.
The mole is back.
One of these people is full of it.
I'm dying for this.
12 players.
It was absolute chaos.
One traitor.
She is the type of person you love to hate.
Bring it on.
The goal, find the mole.
The Mole premieres tonight, 10/9 Central on ABC. The fun starts here.
Interior Motives. Your inspiration. Let our designers help you develop your dream. Interior Motives. With 15,000 handmade artisan items from around the world. Beautiful. Affordable. Our expertise will give you the look for less. Any style, any budget. Interior Motives caters to your dreams from start to finish.
Follow your dreams to Interior Motives.
Your inspiration. Our expertise. Southwest Pacific Highway in Tigard.
Depression, it won't usually just go away, and if it does, it's likely to come back. So it's important to do something. You can call Summit Research Network for more information about an investigational medication study for depression. Call 503-228-CARE.
We are so excited about this Dads and Grads deal. Hey, Dad? Guess who's getting the most HD movies? We are.
You know, you don't need a dad or grad to get this deal.
Oh. You should tell people that.
It's the Dads and Grads HD movie event. Get the most HD movies and free stars when you sign up for the Comcast Triple Play. Offer ends soon.
Moderate, independent, bipartisan. That's Gordon Smith. Working with Republicans and Democrats for stem cell research, health care for working families, renewable energy, and a cleaner environment. The Oregonian says Smith stands for beliefs on middle ground. The News Review, a tradition of independence, and the National Journal ranks Smith at the center of the Senate.
I'm Gordon Smith, and I approve working together across party lines. And this ad.
A detailed forecast to plan your day. K2 Storm Tracker weather.
This is K2 News This Morning, on your side.
And good morning, everybody. I'm Carl Click at 7:58. Breaking news for you right now. We're told that firefighters in Oregon City are fighting a small fire at Ogden Middle School. Students have been evacuated. We're also told no injuries. We'll keep you updated on this throughout the day. Next update for you at noon today. Tualatin Valley firefighters are investigating the cause of a barn fire in Washington County this morning. It broke out about 11:30 last night on Southwest Elsner Road. The barn stored hay and farm equipment. It threatened, the fire did nearby homes and outbuildings. Firefighters had to shuttle water in from a nearby reservoir because there weren't any fire hydrants in the area. And because of the water supply challenges, the firefighters decided they'd take a defensive attack on that fire, protect the nearby structures because no one was inside the building. And several local shelters are overrun with cats now. So the cat adoption team in Sherwood, it's opened up a cat food bank to help people out. The shelter will provide cat and kitten food to owners in financial need. The Cat Food Bank will operate on the first Sunday of every month from noon until 4 at the shelter in Sherwood. Let's help you out with some traffic news right now. Beat the traffic going with Lauren.
Yep, thanks, Carl. If your drive takes you on west side freeways this morning, we'll start with slowing on the Sunset. 217 is slow through Beaverton in either direction. But here on the Sunset, several red arrows from our live road sensors, and this is why you're seeing that all the way into I-405, excuse me. I-84 inbound, slow pulling off of 205, and then there toward the west, and 205, right-hand side of your screen, they're headed northbound, slow through Johnson Creek. That is your look at Beat the Traffic.
Here's a look at where temperatures are right now. We're still cloudy outside as we were yesterday. However, the sun will come out this afternoon. 49 the temperature right now in Hillsboro, 50 in Aurora, but it looks like a wet week starting tomorrow.
Good Morning America continues with a medical alert about a condition that strikes 20 million Americans. Doctors Oz and Roizen are here to tell us how to stop acid reflux. Could loosening your belt be the key to relief? Plus, best friend or boyfriend? Whom do you trust to pick out your bathing suit? See what happened when these women enrolled in our eye-opening bathing suit behavior lab. And a rare breed of love. Meet the three-legged dog changing the way we look at animal cruelty in America.
And hello, everyone. Welcome back to Times Square, USA. Good Morning America. Diane Sawyer with Chris Cuomo. Monday, June 2nd, 2008. Robin's off today. We also have coming up 5 women who decided after the age of 40 they would change their lives. I mean, really change their lives. One of them lost 200 pounds. And you're going to hear their stories, their finalists in the Picture of Health contest, and we have the winner as well coming up. But we love it when there's show and tell.
This, I have to gush. I'm sorry to take your time with this huge moment.
No, you're not sorry.
I'm not. I love it. My Bella graduated from pre-K this weekend.
Oh.
And I'm telling you, it sounds like a small thing. It was huge. There she is with her mom. There she is. Look at even Mario's looking at the diploma. He didn't even try to eat it. It was such a huge moment for us to see my little girl up there getting her diploma, how happy she was.
Did you cry?
I got a little wet in the eyes.
I knew you
Some
did.
say it was allergies. But it wasn't. It was so great.
I know it. We know our Chris.
She's on her way. She's going to kindergarten. She gave remarks at a lunch we had for her, and she kept saying, "I'm not done. I'm not done."
Oh,
where'd she get that from?
Yes, I wonder. Next stop, she'll be asking for the keys. Okay, let's go to Deborah Roberts at the news desk. Yay, way to go, Bella.
Yeah, and I've got a pre-K graduate myself, Chris. Thank you. Good morning to you, everybody. Hillary Clinton's campaign appears to be shutting down. Politico.com reports that members of Clinton's advanced staff have been told that their jobs are ending tomorrow. Montana and South Dakota hold the final primaries. Neither Clinton nor Barack Obama can earn enough delegates to win the nomination there, but Barack Obama is expected to pick up superdelegates and enough to clinch the nomination by the end of the week. Senator Ted Kennedy is undergoing surgery this morning for his malignant brain tumor. The operation is happening at Duke University Medical Center and expected to be followed by a week of recuperation, radiation, and chemotherapy. A breaking development in the custody battle for children of that polygamist sect in Texas. A judge has just ordered the state to return the more than 400 children to their parents. The parents are not allowed to leave Texas and must now participate in parenting classes and cannot interfere in child abuse investigations. Universal Studios in Los Angeles will reopen today, one day after this massive fire tore through the back lot, destroying several sets and the King Kong attraction. Damage is estimated to be in the millions of dollars. Actress Tatum O'Neal has been arrested for allegedly buying crack cocaine in Manhattan. O'Neal wrote about her struggles with her addiction in her memoir. With gas approaching an average of $4 a gallon, many drivers are stretching their money by putting less in their fuel tank, and some folks are coming up empty. AAA says the number of drivers calling in to say they've run out of gas has doubled in some areas. And finally, NASA's Phoenix Mars lander reached out and touched the surface of the red planet for the first time this weekend, leaving these impressions similar to footprints. The robotic arm will soon begin scooping up soil to test. That's the news at 8:03. On to the weather now, and Sam Champion. Sam?
Good morning, Deborah. How are you? We are down in Times Square. It's been a slow Monday for me until I got down here. Tresty's holding the microphone because we're rated. Diane, we're doing this thing on swimsuits over there. So they set up this whole beautiful beach set. So we kind of rated it. We got the new ladies. Where are you from? Tennessee, right? All right. Okay. Good morning. Well, it's just you think. Oh, I'm sorry, Tresty. I almost got the foot. You think this will fit? Do you want to try? Or you want me to try?
Go ahead.
Let's get to the boards and show you what's going on this morning. Aha! See, that shape-up plan Chris started works. We've already got our first name off the board for Arthur. It's our hurricane season started, by the way, on the 1st. Today's the 2nd. And those are the names on the lists. And, yes, they're randomly spit out, and they're male and female of all ethnicities there. Here's what we've got as far as strong storms kicking off from Pierre to Omaha to Wichita to St. Louis to Chicago. It is most likely because of the center of the low moves into Nebraska that if you're going to see tornado action there, you're going to get it somewhere around the Nebraska area. On the West Coast, it's nice and mild. On the East Coast, we are having some beach weather today. It's gorgeous, 80 degrees in New York and very comfortable in Boston. That's the weather around the nation. I'm so proud of it. Thank you, Chelsea. Here's what you can expect this morning.
Good morning, everyone. We've got a dry day ahead, but not for long. As you can see, a storm system off to the west is going to actually shove that ridge of high pressure out of the way. Strong jet stream bringing in rain tonight and tomorrow and continuing showers into Wednesday. You can see that in the 3-day forecast. Temperatures really don't get overly warm. We'll be in the 60s today, partly cloudy by this afternoon, but rain on the way for tomorrow into Wednesday, and also rain coming at the end of the week as well.
What? Woo! That was it. Eddie's like, everybody wave. It was like this. Woo! It might take all of us to get this thing off, though. I don't know. Chris?
Looking good, Sam. Looking good. I want to talk about something serious now. You know the terrible pain you get in your chest when you've indulged in the wrong foods? Sometimes we call it heartburn. Well, actually, it has nothing to do with your heart. But the burning is right on the money. What we so often call heartburn is actually gastroesophageal reflux or flux, any way you want to look at it. It's a disorder that, depending on its severity, it can disrupt your everyday life. Right now, we're going to meet a woman who knows just how bad it can be.
Acid reflux can be one of the most uncomfortable things that you have to live with. Good girl. Come on, come here, Eloise. My name is Lindsay Shine, and I'm 30 years old. They're very reliable. I run a private concierge and event planning service. My job is very stressful. We work about 80 hours a week trying to be able to make sure that our clients are happy.
Okay, well, hang in there. Deep breaths until I talk to you tomorrow.
I first started to notice signs of what I thought was acid reflux or maybe some heartburn about 6 years ago. I would get sore throats, upset stomachs. I would have a raspy voice. I wasn't able to eat certain foods without it really causing me a lot of pain. I've seen over 5 or 6 doctors, and we did come to the conclusion that I have erosion in my esophagus. I try and stay away from chocolate, spicy foods. Red wine is a killer for me. I can't have it. I can't even speak the next day after having red wine. I have tried every drug on the market. You open up any of my drawers, you could see a million of the medicines to relieve the pain that I have. When you go and speak with a physician about it, they think it's a simple problem. You know, take some Nexium and call it a day. But I'm really concerned about what the ramifications are going to be when I'm 50, 55 years old, because I know that in the long run, this could cause long-term problems.
And that's exactly right. So we bring in Doctors Mehmet Oz and Michael Roizen. We know them well. The book is called You, the Owner's Manual. What we don't know about, gentlemen, is GERD, this gastroesophageal reflux. How many people have it?
Well, Lindsay's not alone. 20 million people like Lindsay in the country. It causes 5 million doctor visits. And here's the problem, Chris. A lot of folks think it's all about having burning around their lower chest. That's why it's called heartburn. But that same acid, when it goes up your breathing tube, your swallowing tube, goes into your breathing tube. It can cause laryngeal spasm, which gives you sort of an asthma-like feeling, messes up your sleep, makes you hoarse, and that acid can go all the way up into your mouth and rot your teeth and give you bad breath.
Now, as tough as that description is to hear, I have this. I am someone who suffers from this as well, so it's very common. Question is, how do you know if what you're feeling is GERD and not something else?
Well, we are made to have reflux. It's the way we got rid of bad food when we foraged for new foods. But if it occurs twice a week for 3 months, then you've got the problem, and that worries us a lot.
And when we say if it happens, we're talking about a severe sensation here, right? Not just like a little bit of a feeling you ate something.
Exactly. And let me just go to this animation because I want to just teach everyone exactly what we're talking about. If you look at this animation of a person standing up, the stomach is at the bottom, that big bulbous thing, and there's a little tube coming up. That's the esophagus. See the acid go up into the esophagus? When it's sitting there, it burns the esophagus, just like a sunburn would burn you. Now, notice, by the way, when you're sitting up or standing, it's not a problem. It's when you lie down that it's an issue.
Because it floats. And that acid is as strong as battery acid, right?
It is as strong as battery acid and very toxic because by repetitively damaging that lining of the esophagus, it can also predispose you to esophageal cancer. But, Chris, you mentioned this to me as well. It can also reduce your immune resistance.
Yes.
So you're getting colds when no one else is getting sick. You just don't feel quite at the top of your game. That's why these kinds of issues are so important for all of us.
So once we know what is causing this, what types of aggravating factors are there here that we have at the table? I want all of these.
The way you prevent it is mechanical or chemical, 2 ways. Mechanical, take 2 of the books, put it under the headboards of your bed,
Very nice.
Raise your head up. Little pillows don't work. You actually need to be at an angle because gravity will help you.
And that book actually works better than any other book that's been tested. Right? For some reason, there's something about
in fairness, it was the #1 question. This question was the #1 question we got after the original owner's manual came out. So it is common.
So the second thing is lose weight. Because when the esophagus comes down, it should come at a right angle. It should go in the side door to the stomach. But if you gain weight, you pull that stomach down, so you straighten the angle up, making it much easier to reflux. So you want to lose weight. Lose weight is the best thing. Don't have tight clothing, so wearing a tight belt. Guys have tight belts. They have the same belt they had in high school, right? You never bought a new one.
Yeah, I wish.
And so, in fact, that tightness pushes food back up. And the last thing is eating a big meal right before bedtime is very bad. Now, there's some chemical, which are foods. So caffeine and chocolate, it's the caffeine in chocolate, loosens that esophageal sphincter, so it's more easy to reflux.
Ask about bras in women.
And
bras in women?
All right, that's another thing that is, right.
Bras in women? What do you got for me?
Too tight. Any clothing that's too tight will reflux back up.
People walk around with belts like in Texas. They wear them like this, right? They fit it beneath the fat pants.
Thank you for that demo.
Yes, but it pushes up. The bras do the same thing. They push down. Anything mechanical can force that acid back up that breathing, that swallowing tube.
Very good to know. Please continue as quickly as possible.
Acid foods, tomatoes, fat foods keep food in the stomach longer, so it's more likely. So especially fried foods. And then she was right, Lindsay was right, red wine and tobacco also increase acid production, which increases.
So what do we do? How do we help fix it?
Aloe vera juice actually is pretty effective. It works on sunburns. It'll work on the esophagus as well. Some folks need to be on medications, very commonly used over-the-counter medications, and pharmaceutical drugs are fine, but we don't want you to be on them for years and years and years. And for a few people, as an absolute last resort, there is minimally invasive surgery that can tuck up the stomach and fix a hernia that might actually be causing the reflux.
Dr. Oz.
Chris.
You made me nervous with the belt, Dr. Roizen. You need the book because it helps with your head. You don't even have to read it. It's very important just for your bed. That's why you need this book. You can find out more about this and a wide range of medical issues on our website, abcnews.com. Now, when we come back, suiting up for summer, how to pick a bathing suit. And whose opinion do you trust? Boyfriend, best friend, ex-friend? The GMA Behavior Lab when we come back.
Good Morning America's On Call is brought to you by Walgreens, the pharmacy America trusts since 1901.
We're saving lots of money on our prescriptions with Walgreens Prescription Savings Club.
Walgreens' exciting new offer is perfect for those with limited or no prescription insurance. Just $20 a year for individuals and $35 for families gives you great savings on thousands of name brand and generic medications.
With Walgreens Prescription Savings Club, my 3-month supply of generics was just $12.99.
Bring in your prescription bottles and get a report showing how much you'll save, plus $50 in coupons free. Walgreens, the pharmacy America trusts.
Don't hold back. Express yourself by asking your doctor about Botox Cosmetic. Visit BotoxCosmetic.com. Get some of your toughest questions answered about the one, the only Botox Cosmetic. It's all about freedom of expression.
You're an Israeli counter-terrorist? No. No. Was that a motorboat?
This Friday, the summer kicks off.
Was that your feet?
With the Zohan.
Soon the whole world will be silky smooth.
Adam Sandler is the Zohan. Rated PG-13.
Okay, ancient kitty mind trick. Put the good stuff in my bowl. You are feeling very generous with that bag. And me? Well, I'm feeling very hungry.
The Good Life recipe. It's what they think about, so it's all we think about.
What have you been doing?
Playing baseball.
Ah. Where's the ferry?
No boat.
No boat?
È un dibaco, è un disastro.
We could swim across.
Swimming?
Well, what's going on here?
Hi.
Engine trouble?
It's broken.
Well, maybe I've got an idea.
For auto, home, and business, Travelers.
Healthier, more radiant skin? It's in your future now. Discover the power of Aveeno Positively Radiant. With Total Soy, it's clinically proven to visibly reduce past damage, while advanced SPF 30 helps prevent future damage. Aveeno Positively Radiant.
Imagine changing a child's life with something as simple as an oil change. Get the Midas Touch Maintenance Package by June 28th, and Midas will donate $5 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Thanks, everybody.
Keep on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side.
Days Inn has a sunny new look outside. It's the sign of more value inside.
You gotta love that free breakfast.
I had 5 donuts. It was so good. They're really helpful and friendly. And they make me feel welcome.
Win fabulous trips, resort vacations, a new prize every week. Play together, stay together at DaysIn.com.
A healthy weight is more than just how you look. Studies suggest the nutrients in 3 glasses of low-fat or fat-free milk a day can help you maintain a healthy weight. And the protein helps build muscle for a lean body. Milk your diet. For more, visit whymilk.com.
As columnist Irma Bombeck used to say, most women spend more time picking a bathing suit than they do a husband. And we know why. You got to disguise all your flaws when you're heading to the beach. So we decided to send our Taryn Winterbill, the fearless TWB, out into the bathing suit selection process.
Absolutely, Diane. Good morning to you. With so many choices, how do you pick a suit? And is what you pick different from what your best friend or your boyfriend picks for you? It made us wonder, do the people closest to us see us the same way we see ourselves? So here, our bathing suit behavior lab. Almost every woman of every shape knows the feeling. Fear. Her summer debut in a bathing suit. With so little fabric and so much revealed, we're reminded of the diets we cheated on and those broken promises to hit the gym. So, we head to Macy's Herald Square in New York with 3 extremely brave volunteers. The average woman will try on 10 bathing suits before making a purchase. The only request from our ladies is no camera shots from behind. The test? Each woman picks the suit she thinks is most flattering. Then the man in her life makes his choice. And then her best friend does the same. We wondered, do we see ourselves and our flaws as others see us? We start with 52-year-old Beth, proud mom of 2 20-somethings. She says she's always been self-conscious about her size. She shops. And here's the suit she chose for herself. A 2-piece with a print on the top to distract from her thighs. So, is her husband worried about her thighs? When he shops, let's just say he's focused on something else.
So we've got the brown and the tan. Very low cut, Steve.
Well, I think it shows off her best asset. So that's why I picked it.
Steve thinks the important view is at the top. His pick says, go for it. Will Beth go for it? What about Beth's best friend? Is she worried about covering up Beth's thighs? Yes. She's sensitive, but offers up a different solution. A high-cut one-piece, making Beth's legs look longer. So who was right? Beth? Her husband? Her best friend? Now we're on to Jeannie, a 46-year-old mother who's always had to contend with a voluptuous bust, sometimes going as far as buying 2 suits, mixing and matching tops and bottoms to create a comfortable look. She chose a cheery yellow and black tankini. Here it is. Her boyfriend Clarence thinks the bust she worries about is an asset. He chose this animal print. Her best friend Jasmine?
All one pieces. Yeah, one pieces, something that shows off her bust area and kind of covers the tummy a little bit.
Her best friend likes her bust too, but is most protective about her friend's tummy. So you choose. Which is it? Jeannie's pick for herself? Her boyfriend? Or her best friend? Finally, Sharon, our 34-year-old newlywed. With her small frame, she's looking to accentuate her bust. Sharon went for the bikini. Then her husband also picked a bikini, but surprisingly, he thought picking shorts would make her more comfortable. Her best friend? She thinks the assets to emphasize are Sharon's small frame and youth. She picked a ruffled blue bikini. So which is best for her? Sharon's? Her husband's? Her best friend's? So, what have we learned? The men in our lives aren't worried about our flaws and love when we show our breasts, while our best friends tend to see our flaws but solve them in ways that can surprise us, like the high-leg one-piece Beth's friend picked. In the end, after our brave volunteers had seen themselves in the harsh glare of the dressing room light, we wondered if perhaps a bit of that insecurity all women feel might have crept back in, all of those dreaded feelings of being exposed. Our ladies decided to keep shopping for the suit that suited them perfectly.
Keep shopping is always an option.
Exactly. None of them could pull the trigger. So we decided who made the best pick. We went to our studio audience, Diane.
Oh, you all voted. That's right. They were murmuring through this whole piece.
We took a poll to see who picked right. Let's start with Beth. There are the 3 choices. Just to recap, remember, she wanted to cover her thighs. Her husband wanted to highlight her chest. Her friend approached the thigh dilemma by showing more rather than less. You choose.
The audience chose Beth.
There you go.
And Jeannie, who was worried about her large bust, which one did they choose? Jeannie's, her husband's, or her boyfriend, rather, or her friend's? The audience chose
surprising,
her friend.
Her friend.
And finally?
Sharon. Let's see who the audience chose for Sharon.
Worried about her small chest. The audience chose Sharon's
Sharon. So 2 out of 3 picked the woman's choice,
right.
Diane. Isn't that interesting?
And most of the men just say, lower cut. We'll be back.
Good morning, America's Bathing Suit Behavior Lab is brought to you by Olay. Love the skin you're in.
Feel like your skin needs a turnaround? New Regenerist 14-day skin intervention. With Olay's concentrated daily doses, it takes just 14 days to give your skin a significantly lifted look. Olay Regenerist.
Last year, the average American spent 4,088 hours doing nothing. And what does nothing get you? Nothing gets you nothing. But what if you can trade your nothing for something that wasn't just anything, but what and when?
VisitLasVegas.com is the website that could change your life forever with the Vegas Right Now sweepstakes. Enter today and you can win the kind of vacation only Vegas can give you.
Visit LasVegas.com. Do Vegas right now, and then you'll really have something.
Some agents are charming. Some are talented.
Wow.
But only one is just plain smart. Steve Carell, Anne Hathaway, Dwayne Johnson. Get smart. Rated PG-13.
I officially declare this day Beach Day!
Yeah! Save this summer at Kmart with everything from aquatic thrills to Kenmore grills. Toys of all sorts to backyard sports. This summer, there's no place like home and no place like Kmart.
Quit smoking, and the nicotine receptors in your brain will fight for their fix. The Nicoderm CQ patch uses a step-down process that helps you wean the beasts off gradually. Nicoderm CQ. Give your willpower a fighting chance.
Great show, Beyonce.
Thank you.
And you have a concert coming up, too.
I do. You should come by.
I'd love to.
Just have your people call my people.
Oh, I will. I'm going to have... She wants my people to call her people.
I'm not finished with you. Hello?
Eddie. Yeah. It's Ellen. Listen, I need tickets for Beyonce's concert. You're my people, right?
People. Ellen, we're like family. Listen, I got to go.
No, I was going to say I got to go. No, I'm busy. Okay. Got to find my people. Hey, guys. How many persons make up a people? Why can't one person just call one person? Let my people go!
Hey,
Does anyone know where stage 7 is?
That's it. People that can get me into the shows I want to get into. That's why I'm a card member. I'm glad you could cook. Oh, yeah, we'll have people, you know.
Let's do lunch.
Okay, we'll do lunch. Great. Have your people call my people.
Are you getting the most out of entertainment? Are you a card member?
It's a big day in the history of Werther's Original, and we can't wait to share it with the world. It's new Werther's Original Caramel Chocolate, a soft, luscious, melt-in-your-mouth chocolate from a recipe crafted with European tradition, marbled with real Werther's caramel. It's so soft, smooth, and creamy, you'll want to share it with your world. New Werther's Original Caramel Chocolate in milk and dark, a new chocolate, a timeless tradition.
Here comes trouble. Make that big trouble. No, not this guy. These guys. Because just one flea can become thousands fast. On your carpet, your couch, everywhere. To stop an infestation, ask for Frontline Plus. Frontline Plus quickly kills fleas, their eggs, and larvae, even ticks. It's waterproof, and one dose lasts all month long. The last kind of trouble you or your pet needs is flea trouble. For dogs and cats, ask for the vet's #1 choice, Frontline Plus.
This is K2 News This Morning, on your side.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Carl Click with local news for you right now. One man is in custody after trying to run over a police officer. This started as a routine traffic stop in Vancouver. A Vancouver officer pulled over 26-year-old Justin Shelton. Officers tell us there was a struggle, and Shelton tried to drive off while the officer was entangled in the seatbelt. Officers began to chase his Suburban. Later, Clark County deputies say they spotted that same Suburban, and when they confronted Shelton, he tried to back over a deputy. That deputy shot out one of the tires. Shelton crashed into a tree, and he was taken to the hospital before he was booked into jail. Shelton now faces 3 different charges, and there could be more on the way. We have been tracking a fatal wreck near I-5 in North Portland. We'll show you what happened here early this morning. Police say that they found this wrecked car on the Going Street overpass over Interstate 5. The driver lost control and hit the barrier. Police say that driver died in the accident. We're still waiting to hear from police about the driver's identity and what may have led to the driver losing control. Clackamas County Sheriff's deputies are looking for the thieves who did some major damage at Wilsonville Chevrolet. They broke out the windshields on more than 24 SUVs and stole the car's navigation systems. Each one's worth about $2,500. The thieves avoided setting off any alarms by apparently leaving the door closed and crawling through the broken windows. The dealership's manager discovered the damage yesterday afternoon. And the Reverend Al Sharpton is not coming to Portland after all. He was supposed to speak tonight at Vancouver Avenue Baptist Church in North Portland to talk about equality in Oregon, but we're told he's canceled that visit. No reason has been given. And Rod is here now to take a look quickly at our forecast.
Forecast looks pretty good today, although rain is still back in the forecast for the next 24 hours anyway. Let's take a look at what's going on. Beautiful start to the morning out in the gorge, especially the eastern half of the gorge, getting more sunshine in that direction. That shot courtesy of the Hood River Inn. However, there's a big storm system offshore, so for those of you wondering about the rain, it is back tonight and into tomorrow. You can see how fast it's moving on a strong jet stream. It's going to push our ridge of high pressure that we have over the area today right out of the picture. But this afternoon, we'll see partly cloudy skies, high near 69. Then it should be raining tomorrow morning at this time. Showers continuing into Wednesday. And a look at the 7-day forecast shows quite a wet week in this week of Rose Festival. Looks like Thursday we'll be looking at partly cloudy skies. That could be the dry day, but then another storm system quickly rolls in Friday into Saturday, and some of those showers could continue into Sunday. Never does get very warm, upper 60s for the most part, and mid-60s through much of the week. Have a great day. We'll see you on the midday show at noon.
It looks perfect.
I know. And look, the river practically comes right up to the house.
It is pretty, but there are some insurability issues that we should talk about.
A realtor sees things we don't. Go to OregonRealtorVision.org to find out how their guidance can help you.
This is K2 on your side. If you're in one of these locations, you may be able to receive a clearer signal by tuning to one of these UHF channels.
Partisan fighting, gridlock. That's Washington's answer to your problems, not mine. I get it. I'm Gordon Smith, and I've shown a better way. Thinking independently, working with Democrats and Republicans. I approve this ad because no matter who our next president is, him or her, I'll find common ground for the change we need.
Senator Gordon Smith, common ground for the common good.
Depression disrupts your life, changes your perspective, steals the joy out of living. There is a place you can turn. Take a confidential depression screening test online at summitportland.com.
K2 has the only dedicated team of investigative reporters. We're the station that's going to hammer away at a story until we get results.
It's beyond the surface. It's beyond just the facts.
This sounds like snake oil.
Our team of investigators sets us apart, absolutely.
Next, Martha. What do these women have in common? They're all Italian, they're all chefs, and they're sharing with you their favorite recipes. Get into the kitchen because some of the finest Italian dishes are now yours. Next time.
Today at 11 on K2.
K2, first news at 4, weekday afternoon.
Singer, songwriter, actress, dancer, author, fashion designer. Want to throw in anything else? Because she probably does that too. And Ashanti's going to be performing live later this week in our concert series. We cannot wait as we say Good Morning America once again. Everybody had such a great weekend here in New York. It was so beautiful. And I'm here with Chris Cuomo. Of course, Sam Champion. Robin is away today. Also, have you seen the dog over here? Have you seen Baby, the dog? Can one dog change the world? A little poodle is becoming a kind of spokes dog about puppy mills and the real dangers of them. And you'll learn more about that and have a chance to meet her and her wonderful owner coming up.
I like how she kind of has her hair thrown back by having the ear folded over. That's a look, you know. Her best friend gave her that look. The boyfriend didn't get it right. Also, a very interesting show is back on this season from Lifetime. It deals with the situation of when a loved one goes to fight overseas. It's called Army Wives, and it's something that a lot of Americans are dealing with right now, and it really hit with audiences. And we have its star Catherine Bell today with her own unique take on the military wives who've been left back home. Hello, Catherine. See you in a second.
And also we've got these women over 40 who are coming in here changing their lives. A mom who lost 200 pounds and a woman who won't let illness put her on the sidelines. They're finalists in the Picture of Health contest, and we're going to reveal the winner coming up. But Sam,
we're going to do a little weather.
We've got to get
the big sign. What's your name?
I'm Monique.
Monique, did you do this with the?
Yes, I designed it for my mom and my aunt and my uncle.
All right, the great thing about it is it's not only a sign, but it's like a stand-up thing. Go ahead, set it down, stands on its own. See there? Look, there's science involved in the design, and we thank you for that. Let's get to the boards. We'll show you exactly what's going on. One or two things this morning we want you to know as you hit the door. On the East Coast, we have not concentrated enough on just how beautiful Diane mentioned on how gorgeous the weekend was, but it rolls into the first part of this week when Providence comes up with 80 degrees, and we're just in the first few days of June. That is a beautiful day. Atlanta's at about 85. The heat is roaring all the way through the south. We're talking about a very warm period of time. We're getting into June, and we've already got your first 100 degrees coming this week when you get toward Dallas, your first 90 degrees coming this week when you get toward Atlanta. So the heat is really on. El Paso, 103 degrees today. One place where the cool air is still holding out, Seattle at 65 degrees. Boise's coming in at 73 today. Billings as well at about 70 degrees. That entire northern line, it runs into Maine, cooler in the 70s. That's the weather around the nation. Here's what you can expect this morning.
I'm meteorologist Rhonda Shelby with a look at your regional forecast. It'll be a dry day today. Morning clouds, afternoon sunshine, highs near 70 here in the valley. Same kind of forecast east of the Cascades, although starting out with more sunshine and ending up cloudy with rain tonight.
That weather was brought to you by Frontline. Diane.
All right, we're going to meet somebody right now who is going to change the way you think about treatment of animals. We all hear about puppy mills, and we think, oh, puppy mills, they churn them out. Well, that's not all they do. Young dog lost her leg after spending years locked in a breeding cage, and she was rescued, later adopted by Jana Cole. Together they travel the country to raise awareness of animal cruelty, and she's written a book, Jana has, called A Rare Breed of Love, and she and Baby joins us now. You just told me something that I'm sort of thrown here, because you said she has no vocal cords.
Yeah, they
because
cut out her vocal cords so they wouldn't have to listen to the dogs crying to be let out of their cages.
And this is not uncommon in puppy mills.
No, it's not uncommon. I was horrified to hear it, but I learned that it is a fairly common procedure.
So you, at one point, were going to go online and look for dogs, and without a real awareness how many puppy mills are out there.
That's exactly right. I was ready to buy a puppy from the internet until a friend said to me, "Don't you dare, that puppy will come from a puppy mill." And I said, "What's a puppy mill?" She said, "Well, why don't you go look at one for yourself?" And so I did. I was living in Chicago at the time. I flew down to Texas, and I saw really what was a house of horrors. It was a nightmare. Dogs locked in cages their entire lives.
I want to show everybody what you were showing me, too, that inside her ear, she was basically a number. 94.
That's right.
Was the number. And that's when she was born, which is how you
That was their bookkeeping method.
How old she is.
Exactly.
Can't she get around because of her confinement and the failure to strengthen her bones, she shattered her legs. So
That's right. In addition, when mother dogs have to nurse frequently, and they breed them every single heat cycle, which is twice a year, every time they nurse their puppies, it leaches calcium from their bones. That, combined with malnourishment and no exercise, resulted in severe osteoporosis, and her leg had to be amputated after she was rescued.
But she can get around?
She can, yeah. Would you like to see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does she get tired very easily?
She gets tired a little quicker than a younger dog or a four-legged dog, but she does great.
Yeah.
Come this way, sweetie.
Well, how wonderful she found a home. How wonderful she found love in all directions.
Come back this way.
And as we were saying earlier, she has become the face of fighting cruelty to animals, in puppy mills specifically. And you've taken her around. Tell me about some of these. Judge Judy. What did Judge Judy say when you took her there?
Judge Judy, she was just fabulous. I've always been a big fan of hers, and she had a great quote. She said, I asked her, what would you say or do to a puppy mill breeder who's standing before you in a court of law? And she said, I would say to them, there must be a special place in hell for people like you, but until you get there, you're going to have to deal with me.
So nice. So nice. You discovered that Elizabeth Dole, in talking to her about Baby, you discovered that she doesn't even kill bugs, that she was under the bed saving bugs as a little girl.
She told me the most beautiful story. I asked everyone we met with, how did you develop a sense of compassion toward animals? And she told me a beautiful story of when she was a toddler. She was hiding a bug under the carpet, under the rug. And her grandmother came in and said, Elizabeth, what are you doing? And she said, well, I'm afraid Mommy's going to kill the bug, so I'm going to hide it so she doesn't kill it. Okay. And it told me a lot about her sense of compassion.
Well, again, you have created a whole universe of people. I see Barack Obama, Bill Maher, Jane Fonda, Patti LaBelle up here. Oh, Eric Idle, all of whom have fallen in love with Baby for good reason. But the main message is avoid the puppy mills. You've got to investigate. And if you get a dog from a shelter, you can teach compassion to kids.
Oh, that's so true. What a great lesson to teach your children about bringing a creature into your home who needs a home, who needs love, and it's such a wonderful thing to build character for your kids. And the bond you have with a rescue dog is so different than any other kind of relationship that you would have.
They seem to know. They seem to know.
They really do.
Well, again, so glad.
We really want to urge people to stay away from pet stores and internet breeders, because if you do that, you're going to contribute to this problem.
Read about all of this, because it's a book and it's a CD as well.
Yes.
A Rare Breed of Love by Jana Cole with Baby.
Thank you so much.
Supplying some of the text there. Anyway, it's on our website, abcnews.com. Coming up next, Army Wives star Catherine Bell.
To make a superb cheese, start with superb ingredients. Introducing Kraft Natural Cheese, made with 2% milk that comes from cows with absolutely no added growth hormone. It's the wholesome, perfectly delicious way to experience pure taste. Pure Kraft.
You can really see the difference at Willamette View, Portland's premier accredited senior residence.
You'll love the lifestyle and the views from our landscaped acreage on the Willamette River. A variety of activities, social, cultural, and wellness programs, and involved and vibrant residents are at the center of the senior community. Come see our newly renovated apartment options and discover the difference for yourself. Come see why Willamette View got its name.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Grocery outlet sells major brand name groceries at up to 50% off the prices you'll find at other grocery stores, plus fresh milk and eggs, bread, and produce too. Sure, you can spend less elsewhere. You just get half as much stuff. Grocery outlet, bargains only.
Call Champion today and find out how easy it is to change your drafty old windows into incredible new Champion windows. Change your backyard into a comfortable living space. And during our Champion one-day sale, saving money is a snap.
Get to the Champion showroom this Saturday and save 45% off Champion windows and siding and $3,000 off patio rooms during our big one-day sale. Hurry.
Just call, click, or visit Champion today.
See tonight at a new time, 8/7 Central. 12 men are fighting for Deanna's heart.
Cheers.
But one of them is getting all the attention.
I'm attracted to Jeremy. Everybody wants to bring that dude down.
This sounds like a bachelor brouhaha.
I do think that you lack something, brother.
And when the tension gets too much, she'll turn to one big star for a little relief.
What we need to see is what you look like in boxers.
Ellen DeGeneres on an all-new Bachelorette tonight at 8/7 Central on ABC. The fun starts here.
In one of the most anticipated matchups in finals history, two of the game's great franchises write the next chapter in their storied rivalry. The NBA Finals, Lakers, Celtics. Coverage begins Thursday at 8:30 Eastern on ABC.
Tonight, home prices are dropping at record rates, but these home buyers are jumping at the chance to buy now. Why? What if there was a way for your new home to hold its value even if your neighbors didn't? Tonight, the new incentive for home buyers on World News with Charles Gibson.
We have a great treat for you now. Catherine Bell, star of the smash hit Army Wives, is here with us this morning. The show is Lifetime's highest-rated series ever. And now it's returning for its second new season this Sunday night. It's a timely and unique look inside the lives of military spouses, those unsung women and men left behind to hold down the fort. Now, Catherine plays Denise, who's managing a troubled son and a new career. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
The highest-rated Lifetime series in 24 years.
Yes, 23, I think, but yes, exactly.
Let's go with 24.
Yeah, 24. I like
it.
25. Let's make it a quarter of a century, yes. Yeah, it's amazing. People have responded, which is just, it's so rewarding when you have, what you think is a great show and all the makings of a wonderful show, and then people actually like it.
Acting is good, writing is good. Do you believe it has that extra something because of the reality in this country right now?
Absolutely. I think it's got all the elements, amazing producers, writing team, and the cast, and then it's very timely. I mean, this is what's going on, and we're hearing about not only the troops, but their families, and I think people want to know more about who are the people behind the soldiers.
Different for you. Actors are always hungry to integrate as much of the reality of their character as possible, but is this a different experience?
This is a very different experience for me. First of all, the character is very different for me. She, at least at the beginning of last season, started off very, just conservative, really not a woman who stands up for herself. And that's a little bit different than I am. And she's changing, though. She's becoming more like me.
So it's nice. The character's actually morphing a little bit more into your comfort zone.
Exactly.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now, it's an interesting thing. We're going to go to the clip here. I said before to Catherine, I'll get so excited about the topic involved here, I'll forget the clip, but I will not forget the clip. This is about the emotional difficulty of having that separation. That's what happens in this clip, right?
Yes.
All right, good. Let's take a look and listen.
He promised he'd call me, and he hasn't. I just need to know he's safe. And I've called everybody, and no one can tell me anything.
You haven't called me.
I knew you were at the hospital helping, and I wasn't.
Roxy, they were deployed together, wherever Trevor is, Frank is, and I haven't heard from him yet either. But that's normal. Sometimes it takes a few days.
I never know where Chase is. And you don't worry?
I worry the second he leaves my sight. But I also know that if something happened to him, the Army would let me know. So we don't worry about things that haven't happened yet.
It's so interesting. That really captures it, because this is something every husband and wife deals with. You know, where did he go? Where has he gone? Where did she go? But with the added element of the unknown, the pain.
Right. Right. I mean, these guys leave for 15 months at a time. I mean, every time the phone rings, at least, you know, in our show, we play that it might be that phone call. You know, it might be the call that you don't want to get. So there's always that element that you can't think about and you don't live with that, but it's there.
Given the realities of the actual wars, Iraq, Afghanistan, does that bleed into the discussions among the cast members?
It does. It's, excuse me, our show is not political, so we don't get into the war, whether or not we think it's right, but, you know, like my character's husband is in Iraq, and so it's very timely in that way that they're in Iraq, they're in Afghanistan, and that's what they're dealing with.
Interesting. You could say your show deals with the most important part of the political aspect, which is the reality for these families at home and how they are and are not treated. Now, interestingly, your character, as you said, had started out more severe, was having a tough time, but now she's going to have some fun. A little bit more Belle style, some motorcycle action. Some may not know you are an experienced biker, true?
I've been riding since I was a teenager. Love it. My husband and I both ride motorcycles. There I am in my full
That is you in your
racing
skins?
leathers. Yes,
Your leathers?
I always wear protective gear, big on the, you know,
Always.
helmets and leathers. And
You know, we have a picture of the daughter also. Is she getting into the game? Do we have it? Do we have any motorcycle daughter pictures?
we have her in a helmet. Oh,
We don't get it.
We don't.
That's
We have her in my cute little...
But that's nice. Great family activity.
Yes. Yes, you know, we're very safe about it. I'm big on taking the safety course, and she's going to take the dirt bike safety course as soon as she's...
And you've left the gang stuff behind. No more biker gang. You've changed. And I know that's important to you.
Absolutely. You know, you got to set a good example when you're a mom.
You have to, at some point, Catherine, you have to leave that behind.
You
the
do.
knife, you know, I heard about the whole...
It's sad, but, you know.
I'm very happy for your success. A very important show.
Thank you.
It's obviously caught on. And
Thank
good
you
luck to you
very
this
much.
season. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Catherine Bell, the second season of Army Wives begins on Sunday, June 8th at 10 p.m. Eastern on Lifetime. Now, when we come back, we're going to reveal the winner of the Picture of Health contest. Women over 40 doing extraordinary things. When we come back.
In just 5 years, the Newton mower has become the #1 selling battery-powered mower in the country. And now, Newton goes head-to-head with gas mowers. It's more than a fair fight, because the Newton is now wider and every bit as powerful as a gas mower. The Newton mower has lots of advantages over a gas mower, like a powerful battery that runs for an hour, instant starting, half the noise, and no tune-ups ever. Now check this out. No other mower offers an onboard string trimmer, so you can trim and edge like a pro. Join the Newton revolution. Call today for your free catalog and DVD to learn how the Newton can take the place of your gas mower.
Call 1-800-501-1351 for full details on the Newton battery-powered mower. Learn how you can get a Newton shipped free to your home this season. 1-800-501-1351. Online at newtonmowers.com.
Newton, naturally smarter.
Broadway smash hit Tony-winning musical Avenue Q is for you if you're a hipster, a monster. Broadway! In college. Yeah! In the closet.
It's my girlfriend.
A Scientologist. A gynecologist. A potty mouth.
Down in prison!
Even if you have no mouth. If you're looking for a Tony Award-winning Broadway musical with something for everyone,
Avenue Q is for you!
Performances June 24th through the 29th at Keller Auditorium. Welcome by Fred Meyer and K2.
Wick's Furniture's bankruptcy liquidation going out of business sale in the Portland and Salem areas is in the final days. Pile after pile of fine quality handmade Oriental rugs sacrificed at an inconceivable 75% off. Yes, 75% off. Genuine Persian, fine Tabriz, Harry's, Kashan, Isfahan, Kashkai, Agra's, vegetable dyes, tribal, and more. Hand knotted and tufted in the finest weaving centers around the world. The selection has never been better. There are hundreds of Oriental rugs to choose from, including oversized. All rugs at 75% off during the final days of Wick's Furniture's bankruptcy liquidation.
Ashanti, sexy, cool, and a voice to die for. And now, this Friday, you'll love Ashanti as she rocks morning TV in a live outdoor concert. Only on Good Morning America, Friday. Presented by Listerine Whitening.
It is time to crown the winner. You remember our Picture of Health contest that's celebrating women who have been living healthy lives, inspirational women. It's this amazing stories of all of these women. You picked the finalists. ABC News partnered with Prevention Magazine to honor the women over 40 who've inspired others to live happier and healthier lives. And last month, we showed you the 5 finalists. It's time to crown the winner. Let's take a look at them. A nature-loving adventurer who wants kids to turn off the TV and go outside. A mother who lost 200 pounds and is now a personal trainer helping other women lose weight. A woman who won't let multiple sclerosis slow her down or stop her from racing marathons and help others fight MS. A painter who has overcome loss and illness to look great and feel great at 69 years old. And a Jamaican-born mother who in midlife became a seasoned marathon runner, helping hundreds of other women race. All the women were so inspiring and so amazing that Prevention and ABC News Now decided to do something a little different this year by making them all winners. Each will get $10,000, half of which will go to the charity of their choice.
My charity would be the Hitchcock Center for the Environment, which is a nonprofit environmental education center. My son is a Marine, and my charity is the Semper Fi Fund.
And the charity of my choice would be Lyme disease.
Well, the charity I want to support is NEED. And NEED provides trained service dogs for people with disabilities.
I am giving my $5,000 with joy, to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. The $5,000 that we get for winning all goes also to the Achilles chapter of New York City. So I have like two things going on here, okay? So there you go.
Joining us now to talk more about this year's incredible contest is Prevention Magazine's editor-in-chief, Liz Vaccarello. Now, Liz, you're the one who had to cough up the 50 grand.
Right.
So we hate the kind of, it could sound cheesy where it's like, oh no, everybody's a winner. But really, when people were voting, they were a lot of neck and necks here.
Yeah, this was incredible. What happened was we watched the horse race that was happening over the last month on abcnewsnow.com. And it occurred to us that when you look at all five of the women together, they form the composite picture of health. You know, you've got extreme weight loss. You've got a woman who reinvented herself at the age of 69. You have somebody who's taking every employer in her company and teaching them how to make the earth a better place. So each of them is paying it forward, and we wanted to tell all their stories again, and we wanted to honor each of the charities.
Now, I want to talk about how many people voted. There's 200,000. I mean, that's a lot for an internet thing for people to sit down and watch these things and pick their winners. So you had big numbers on this.
This thing gets bigger and bigger every year. And you know what I think happens, Sam, is so often in America we honor celebrity.
Yeah.
And I think what America responded to here is these are real women who are taking a very personal thing that happened to them or a challenge, and they're just going the extra mile to change the world in a small way or a big way.
You're absolutely right, because we spend a lot of time going, for someone who's a pampered celebrity and going, oh, isn't that wonderful? They stepped out of the limo to award a prize to somebody. Yeah. But these are people who have had challenges in their lives. These are women who have had challenges in their lives, overcome them, and then decided to kind of lead a healthy life.
Right.
You can do it at any age. That's the other thing.
Well, that's right. They're very much heroes, but often we honor celebrities. Often in America we honor youth as well. And so I think...
Oh, yeah, congratulations, you're 16 years old and look 16. Yeah, no, this is good.
Yeah,
this is good.
So the contest is about the picture of health for women over 40. And so people, they came out in force to honor and vote for these women and to chat about their stories online and to engage with them. It's really quite a special thing.
And it was good to watch that they have exciting lives after 40, too.
Right.
I mean, after 40, I got it.
That life begins after 40. And when you put all that in the context of health, you know, the underlying message here for prevention is that there's a sense of optimism and a positive attitude is the theme that runs through each of these women's stories. And that is, researchers will tell you this, and people will tell you this as well, that optimism is at the heart of good health.
Well, I hope we're doing it again next year.
I hope so.
All right, you can get more tips on health and living an active lifestyle by logging on to our website at abcnews.com. We'll give you those tips. You can watch the other tapes as well. We'll be right back.
Moderate, independent, bipartisan. That's Gordon Smith, working with Republicans and Democrats for stem cell research, health care for working families, renewable energy, and a cleaner environment. The Oregonian says Smith stands for beliefs on middle ground. The News Review, a tradition of independence, and the National Journal ranks Smith at the center of the Senate.
I'm Gordon Smith, and I approve working together across party lines. And this ad.
I want to play.
The one and only taste of Cool Whip is now in a can. Just press play for that oh-so-rich and creamy taste. Introducing a whole new way to do the Cool Whip. All you have to do is press play.
It looks perfect.
I know. And look, the river practically comes right up to the house.
It is pretty, but there are some insurability issues that we should talk about.
A realtor sees things we don't. Go to OregonRealtorVision.org to find out how their guidance can help you.
Hey, up here. What if every time you used your phone it didn't cost extra? Call across town, across the country, talk all you want, it always costs the same. That's Comcast Digital Voice Home Phone Service. With unlimited calling, you can lower your monthly cell phone minutes. It's a great value at $39.95 a month. But call by tomorrow, June 3rd, and try it for just $19.99 a month for 6 months. Hurry. Call 1-800-COMCAST and switch to Comcast Digital Voice today. You gonna get it?
I don't worry about it. I don't even think about it anymore. I don't think about, like, having to go to the doctor and what it's going to cost me. I know Sterling's right there. If I have to go to the hospital, Sterling's there to take care of the bills. I called Sterling because I didn't know whether I had to make arrangements with them to go into the hospital or anything. When the gal at Sterling told me, she says, no, you just go to the hospital. You let us worry about it. So I did, and they did.
I love this store.
We like it.
Real nice.
Check this out.
At the warehouse. Good Morning America is brought to you by Werther's Original Caramel Chocolates. A new chocolate, a timeless tradition.
So tomorrow, your favorite restaurants are selling products in grocery stores now. We're going to put the taste test. Are they the same thing you get at the restaurant or not? And also...
That is going to be a very big deal. I want to stay with that.
Right, and what to
I want to stay with that.
What to do if you hate your job.
Tori Johnson's here. She's always got great tips for us.
Yeah. We, however, know nothing about that. No. And we're happy to have you. See you tomorrow.
In a flash, be the first to know what's coming up on Good Morning America tomorrow with the GMA Daily Flash email. All the great insider details you want to know from GMA. Go to abcnews.com, click the GMA page, and sign up for the Daily Flash. And you can even enter to win the weekly GMA Flash gift bag giveaway. Sign up now.
The View is fun, controversial,
We all talk about each other, don't we?
and seriously outrageous. Today, don't miss a full hour of real-life hot topics live on The View.
The mole is watching.
I've struggled with my weight for the last 38 years. I would lose weight, and it always came back. Read some ads about Positive Changes Hypnosis in the newspaper, and within 6 months, I lost 50 pounds almost effortlessly, and I enjoy getting out on my bike with my husband, and I can keep up with him. I recommend Positive Changes Hypnosis to anyone. I called, and I'm ecstatic with the results. It's changed my life.
Call for your free consultation today. Positive Changes Hypnosis Centers. Yes, it works. Enjoy the summer and get to the Volcano Stadium multi-dealer new and used RV sale. With on-location financing, OAC, trade-ins welcome. The Volcano Stadium multi-dealer new and used RV sale June 6th, 7th, and 8th. Free admission and parking Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Salem-Kaiser I-5 exit 260.
It is a Portland tradition. Coming up on AM Northwest, we find out who's appearing at the Oregon Zoo's concert series. And we have tickets you can use for the very first one of the summer. Plus, with Dave Anderson on assignment in Hawaii, we're going to have a surprise guest co-host. See who joins me this morning. Plus, we'll find out the hidden talents of the Portland Rose Festival Court. Also, we'll have fun cupping. You'll have to stay with us to find out what that's all about. It's all coming up right now on AM Northwest. Monday morning to you. We have a Rose Festival court in the audience with us this morning, and a little later on in the show, we're going to find out their hidden talents. We have some surprising hidden talents in that group there, so we're going to find out what they are. Also, we're going to ask them if they're having trouble adjusting to the no cell phone rule. How are you guys doing with that? No cell phones? Yeah. Oh, yeah, they say that now. I heard them talking earlier. Anyway, just wanted to let you know Dave Anderson is actually in Hawaii, and while I've been teasing him that he's on vacation in Hawaii, oh, look at that. That's great. He's actually doing remotes there for KEX, because, you know, he has that afternoon show with his afternoon occupational partner, Mark Mason. So he's there all week, and so we'll check in with him from time to time, and I'll bother him, because I think it's like 3 hours earlier in Hawaii, so I plan to wake him up every once in a while. But anyway, just so you know, he's in Hawaii for this week. But in the meantime, we need to have someone fill in as co-host, because I cannot do this by myself. It really is difficult for me. So I'm just kind of wondering who would be a good co-host. Hey, Janice, you want to fill in? Do you mind filling in? Would that be okay? I mean, I noticed that you're sitting there with pictures. Did you want to possibly share those?
Going to show them to you later, but I can show them to you now.
Yeah, do you mind? Come on in. Come on in. Everyone, please welcome Janice Bangs. I also have to tell you, I often call her Bunny, accidentally, because I'm not allowed to call her Bunny, but I have done it, so now I give